Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please, I want to really know you and I want to meet you. Where in the world are you watching from? The comment section is open, so if you have not introduced yourselves yet, please go ahead and introduce yourself while I do the same thing as well. Today I'll be talking about the power of networking, why it's very important to network in this time and age, and how to network the proper way. So while you're introducing yourselves, like I said, I'm going to introduce myself at the same time. So guys, my name is Mariam. I'm based here in California. I'm a wife, a mom, a student, an entrepreneur. I'm also a fashion designer. And on my channel, on this channel, I share 3 videos every week. It's all about grants. Yes, how to secure grants for your, funding for your small businesses and what have you. And today, we will be talking about the power of networking. So without further ado, guys, let's just get right into today's business. So what exactly do we call networking? What is networking? What does it do for you? The truth of the matter is, whether you like it or not, networking actually opens doors. Yes, it opens doors to opportunities that you may never find online or even through job postings or even through, just saying things on social media. Networking actually opens doors for you, connections, business opportunities and what have you. And that's why they say no man is an island. And because no man is an island, we need one another. Yes, we need one another to grow, whether in business, in, careers and what have you. That is why networking is very important. And there's so many ways to actually network. There's so many ways. But I'll also say this, you have to abide by the ultimate principle of networking, which I call the give, and get. Yes, strategy. So you have to give, and get. You don't want to, come across being pushy, as being needy, as being a user, unlike the term, what a lot of people are aware, a lot of people are used to, people are accustomed to, just asking and not giving, and not trying to also add value to other people, and not also seeing how you can come in and also be of help. People want you to help me. A lot of people just want to get from you, but they don't want to also give, and that's why networking the proper way is very important. And that's what I'll be talking about in today's live stream. So please don't forget to introduce yourselves. I want to know you. If you're watching me right now, what is your name and where are you watching from? So like I said, you have to give, and get. That's the main principle of networking. Like I said, you don't want to come across as someone that is needy, someone that is a pest, someone that just wants to be a parasite. You also want to give back as much as possible. You also want to offer help, offer value to other people. Now, most career and business growth actually comes from the people that you know and the people that know you. Yes, the people that you know and the people that knows you, because a lot of times, for people who like to do things solo. Oh, I don't like to talk to people, I just like to be in my shell. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to, that's why we are social animals. We are social beings. We are there to interact with one another, to interact with other people. And no man is an island. We need one another, because you just never know when you'll need someone. Things might be going really rosy for you today, but guess what? You will always need someone at some point. So if you're someone that is always, like, I just want to do things solo, I just want to fly solo, I just want to do things myself, maybe you can have a rethink today, because you just never know. You need to network. You need to network with people. You need to meet other people. You need to one another, learn from one another, and also, exchange ideas together, bounce off ideas with other people, and also learn and grow at the same time. So that is why, that, like I said, a lot of times opportunities come from people that you know and the people that know you. And the interesting thing is that a single conversation can lead to partnerships. It can lead to collaborations. It can lead to even funding. And it might also interest you to know that there was a particular, I had this beautiful friend of mine. I invited me for her, her daughter's birthday, invited my kids for her daughter's birthday. And right there, honestly, without asking, I got like 5 models from the party. And I'm like, I wasn't even thinking about it. But guess what? I leveraged on, my friend who was throwing the party, and that's the power of networking. It's like it's a social currency. It's something that it will come in handy, much later. And that's why doing things alone, solo might not be the best way to go. You need other people. Yes, you need people to grow. You just don't know when you'll need this person. That's why you always need like a lawyer in your circle. You need an accountant in your circle. You need a business, and you need people, that you can bounce off ideas with. You need people like everywhere. I tell you, even cops, you need policemen, you need lawyers, you need congressmen, because there have been times, where we were in need of a congressman, and the person came in handy. How did you even meet this person? Through my daughter's soccer practice. This is why it is important to also go out. Some people also say, oh, I want to get married. I don't know. Nobody's coming. I'm not meeting anyone. No one is approaching me. But you're always indoors 24/7. You need to get your butt out. You need to go out and network. You don't manufacture greatness in bed. You have to also get up and make things happen yourself. So for people who are looking for maybe life partners, they're looking for partners, you have to also go out more. You have to meet more people. You have to expand your circle. Why? Because you just never know. Someone might just, see you and be like, oh, who's that person? And then someone that knows you would give good recommendations that yes, I actually know this person, oh, I can vouch for this person. This person is of good character. I can do it. And these are the power of networking. I mean, beyond business, beyond money, beyond careers, beyond jobs, like I said, life partner. Yes, life partner. Just one referral from someone that someone that knows you can change the game for you. In fact, there's a beautiful lady that I know who was referred to by her current husband, now husband, by her roommates in the university. Yeah, her roommate just said, oh, I have an uncle in the US, back when we were in university. I have an uncle in the US, and he's really serious. It was just pictures. I'm not kidding. Imagine if she didn't know the friend, or she didn't have an interaction with the friend, or no one knows her well enough to vouch for her. I mean, there are some people who have acquaintances, they're not so friendly, and you can't really see anything about them. So maybe someone is interested in you, and they're asking, what do you think of this person? Do you know this person very well? Can you vouch for this? Can you recommend this person? They're like, I don't know this person well enough. And that's why I always say, reach out to people, check on people. That's why, see, give, get is the principle of give, get can be used in a variety of ways. It can just be checking on people genuinely, checking up on them periodically, maybe once every week or once every month, just check on them. You're not just calling or reaching out to them when you need help. You're actually genuinely reaching out to people on your own. You're genuinely, calling people. You're genuinely wanting to, speak with people, find out how they're doing and all that. These are real ways to network, not just when you need things. Or maybe you have functions to invite people over, right? There are so many ways to actually network the right way. And like I always do on my channels, on my channel, I would say tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And I would also not forget to say introduce yourself, because I truly want to know you. I genuinely want to meet you. And you need to have that mindset shift as well, of instead of saying, what can I get? Instead of that, like I said, think of what you can give. How can I add value? Because genuine relationships lasts longer than transactional ones. Genuine relationships actually lasts longer than transactional relationships. And that is why you have to, be genuine, pour in your heart, and act like you want someone else to do for you. Act the way you also want others to act towards you. So you have to be nice, genuinely nice and caring. And if you're fake, trust me, people are not fools. They know. If you're just there to use people, they know. They might just keep looking at you or watching you, but they know for sure. Because if you're really out for people, it shows in the frequency at which you're willing to help. Maybe there's an issue, there's a problem, you're not turning the other eye, you're not turning a blind eye to it. You're instantly, wanting to help. Oh, do you need help with what do you need help with? Do you need some cash? Do you need my help? Do you need me to be present? Do you need moral support? Do you want me to, attend your event? Do you want me to coordinate X and Y for you? Are you willing, or are you just say, my time, I cannot spend my time for anyone. I cannot share this time. Oh, I'm too busy. I can't add it to my schedule. No, you have to be willing to part, because people are not stupid. Like I said, people are not stupid. People know when you're using them. They may not say anything, but they know when you are using them. And that's why you should always strive, always strive to be a blessing to other people, always strive to help. Don't just be there to get and get and get from people. Always, be there to also, help others. Be there to also, give value. Be there to also, you know, suggest, help people. Maybe they're struggling with something. You can also, lend your support whichever way you can, whichever way possible. Don't just turn a deaf eye or turn, deaf ears, until you need something. Don't do that. That's not how to network. So please, networking is actually planting seeds, not hunting for quick wins. You're planting seeds. There's an adage in my language that says "Entuba domi siwaju matele tutu," right? Meaning, if you pour, literal meaning, if you pour water in front of you, then you're able to step on, like cold ground, right? So you have to also be there, be willing to add value to other people, be willing to pour into other people. Now, quality over quantity. It's not about the number of people that you know. It's not by the, sometimes that's why some people have like 1 million followers and they're unable to make one sale from the 1 million of people that is following them. So a strong network is not just about having lots of, followers or connections. It's actually about meaningful and trusted relationships. It's about meaningful and trusted relationships. And the truth is, there are actually situations where you have to, you have to also reach out. And like I said earlier, call people, check up on them, pray for them, think of them. When you think about them, you're not selfish. You can't be selfish and you want to get the best out of people. No, you have to give and give and give, and then you can get. Even before you ask, they'll be willing to give because you have also given. And guys, you also need to be authentic. You cannot be fake. See, people they can spot fakeness from a mile away. I tell you, people can spot networking for personal gains. They can spot it a mile away. So share your authentic story, share your passion, and share your goal. Because the truth of the matter is that when you're authentic, authenticity actually attracts like-minded people, and authenticity also builds trusts. When you're authentic, maybe you have a group of friends, right? And maybe you meet, let's say, once in a month. Before you meet, before your next meeting, have you reached out to any of them? Have you called them? Have you checked up on them? Have you sent them a text message? Have you prayed for them? Have you reached out? And like I said, when you're authentic, they can spot you. They will know. But when you're not genuine, they can spot you a mile away. They know that, okay, this person just here to extract, to take. No matter how smart you think you are, trust me, people are watching. People know that, okay, this person is just here to take and take and take. So you have to be you have to also be willing to give. You have to be willing to also, part with something, be sacrificing. I mean, you should have that heart to also sacrifice your time, your funds, your resources, your wisdom, your knowledge. You should be willing to also teach. Maybe you have knowledge in a particular subject area and you need someone to teach or to coach or something. You can volunteer. It's not everything that requires payment. Like, pay me before I do this, pay me before. No, you can also, impact knowledge without getting anything in return. Trust me, there's nothing you do that goes on, without getting the I mean, equal whatever that you deserve, right? It may take a while, but somebody will remember somewhere that this person sacrificed her time, this person sacrificed her resources for us. I think it's time, it's payback time. There's no way in the world that you would, expend your time and resources and it will just go unnoticed. It's the reward is coming, but you have to be patient. You just have to trust the process and be patient, and don't do it because you want to get something in return. Just do it from the bottom of your heart, like from the depth. Just become a kind person. If you're not a kind person, we need to go and sit down and have a rethink. Some people are not kind at all. Like they're just there to take and take and take. If possible, they'll drain you and drag you and finish you, and they don't care whether you live or you die. So please be authentic, and like I said, you're able to build trust when you are authentic. Now also do your homework. Oh yes, research the people that you want to connect with. You want to do that as well. So for me, I'm actually at the point where I'm looking for like super super successful business owners, such that we can collaborate together, we can learn from one another, so you can research the people that you want to connect with, so that you're on the same page. You might want to know their work, you might want to know their achievements, and of course their interests as well. And you might also want to personalize your approach. You know exactly what you're looking for out of these connections, and it can go in a lot of ways. You can join your local chamber of commerce, you can join your business network international BNI chapter, the one close to you, and then personalize what you really want to, what do you want to gain from this meeting. But while you're thinking of what you want to gain, or maybe networking opportunities, also think of what you can give. So mention something specific when you're reaching out, instead of something generic like, oh, let's connect. You can tell them what exactly you are looking for, or you can ask them what they are looking for. You're able to tailor your own needs to what what you're actually what you desire out of that connection. Now follow up is very important. um and this is something I do consciously. Always offer help, always introduce yourself, always offer resources, without expecting anything back immediately. Yes, offer resources, offer help. Sometimes when you make connections, you might not get anything out of it for the next 1 year or 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, but the benefits will far outweigh what you have put in, the sacrifices that you have made. And there are times that I've met people, I've met clients who, they didn't have they didn't actually have the ambition to contest as, maybe the mayor of their county. And by virtue of being, in the right networks, these people were referred, these people were sponsored, people were ready, people were willing to go all out for them, people were willing to tell everybody about them. Hey, I nominate this person. The person did not ask them to nominate them, but by virtue of just being selfless in the years that they've known this person, people are able to vouch and say, oh, no, 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 let's make this person the mayor of our city. And before you know it, it becomes a reality. So sometimes it might not give you immediate benefits, but trust me, in the long run, it takes you to places where you never ever expected that you will get to in life. And that's why it is important to do good. Just do good. It is always a seed, it is always an investment, and you may not get the benefits like immediately. So imagine, just prepare your mind for, just keep giving, because after meeting someone, and that's why I said, follow up is very important. When you meet people, send a thank you notes to them, connect with them on LinkedIn, share a resource that they might also find useful, because relationships grow with consistency. Yes, relationships grow with consistency, not one-off meetings. When you're consistent with people, when people get to know you, you're always within reach. You're reachable. When they call you, you pick, or when you see their missed call, you call back. You are also putting in the work, you're putting in effort to grow that relationship. Then that you're networking, but you may not get a result immediately, but trust me, none of your efforts would go without payback. There's always a payback time. And please, I'll say this again, be a giver first. Don't forget that principle: give, 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 and get. Offer help, offer introductions, or even resources without expecting something back immediately. Offer help, offer resources. Don't expect anything back immediately. So sometimes you can also you refer, tell someone, oh, I know someone that can help you with your projects. Can I connect you to? Yes. You can also offer without saying, oh, if I connect you with this person, what are you going to give me in return? Or when are you also going to connect me with someone? No, it doesn't work like that. Some people might call you a fool, but trust me, you are not a fool. Yes, you are not a fool. When you decide to be kind to people, when you decide to offer help, when you're not looking to just gain from people, immediately, some people may call you a fool. Some people may, misinterpret what you're doing and think, oh, this person is just stupid. This person is not asking for something in return. But you are doing it out of your own, you're doing it out of your own volition. You just want to be a blessing. You just want to help other people, not minding whether they will think or they will take advantage of you or not. Just do it, right? Just do it. And before you know it, it will come back to you. It will definitely, definitely come back to you. So always give without expecting anything else in return. And guys, giving builds goodwill. Yes, and reciprocity naturally. See, when you give and give and give, when it's time for you, when you actually need help, you're not actually doing it because you're going to ask later. Some people do that thing. They calculate it. They do calculative help. They help and calculate, okay, I'll need this person in the next 1 month and then I'll ask back. It doesn't make any sense if you ask me. You just do it. Just do it out of your own, out of your own free will. Just do it without even expecting anything in return. And please, like I said, be a giver first. So offer help to people, and build goodwill, and people will reciprocate naturally. Also diversify your network. Also diversify your network. I'm telling you, there are lots of platforms where you can also you can meet people. You can have connections. You can meet different people from different walks of life, beyond just Instagram and LinkedIn and Facebook. There are other platforms where you can meet, people, like-minded people, like alignable.com. And as a matter of fact, I have a friend on Facebook, my very good friend on Facebook. She belongs to my Facebook group. I have a Facebook group. And guess what? She got a TV interview in 2020 during the pandemic, and she met someone in another Facebook group. And the person sent her a message on Facebook. She even thought it was a joke. She met someone someone sent her a DM on Facebook and said, "Oh, would you mind appearing on TV? I'm a journalist. The person said, I'm a reporter." She was shocked. And yes, she got a TV interview, and that was just she was just a member of the Facebook group. Maybe she responded to question. And that's why sometimes when people ask questions, maybe online randomly, if you have the solution to, you prefer solutions to it, you respond in the comments and say, hey, I can help you with this. You can do this and do that and do that. People would see you, and that might even, make you notice, and spread more positivity along, your way. It's going to help spread more positivity your own way. And cross-industry connections spark innovations. Yes, when you do connections, when you connect to people that are even outside of your own industry or your own, career path, it can also spark innovation. You just never know. You can, collaborate together, and a diverse network, whether age wise, whether industry wise, or whether culture wise, would also expose you to fresh ideas and opportunities. Yeah. So when you meet with people, you're able to interact with people from different walks of life in different industries. And people do things like this. Okay. And then you can also leverage digital networking. Yes. Leverage digital networking, all of there are ladies. I remember on my personal Instagram page, I have a personal Instagram page which is for me and my family. I remember then I was very active there before I stopped really posting them because it's a lot. I started posting more on my business page, but on the personal page there were ladies that I connected with on general blogs. and we became like cool friends, just by responding to questions. And somebody sent you a DM and like, oh, I like your response on this, and we got talking, and we added each other, and then these people got married and had kids, and you're congratulating them like you've known them a long time ago. So you can meet people online. Yes, you can meet people on various digital spaces, like I said, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and then you can also share valuable content regularly. When you share maybe positive quotes, motivation, people are able to resonate with you. It positions you as a thought leader, and it attracts people to you. And this has also helps me in my business. People reach out to me and they say, hey, I like the positive messages that you put out on your page, and because of that I'm reaching out to you. I want to support your business. I'm like, okay. So when you share valuable content regularly, it's going to position you as a thought leader, and it will make people attracted to you. It's going to attract more like-minded people to you. You can also join online communities. Yes, you can join masterminds. You can join professional groups to expand beyond your local circle. And I keep saying this, no man is an island. No man is an island. We need each other. We need everyone to grow. Now, this is something that you need to be attentive to. You need to pay attention to this one. Play the long game. Play the long game, because networking is like, compounding interests. The longer you invest in it, the greater the return. Yes, the longer you invest in, your friends, your friendship, or your networks, the greater the return. Because people you connect with today may become collaborators, they may become mentors, and they may also become clients years later. Yes. You have to only be patient, and you have to be consistent. Patience and consistency is very key, because here you are not just here for the short haul. You are here for the long haul. You are here, you're playing the long game, and guys, when you do networking right, guys, it is not just about collecting contacts. No, it is not just about collecting contacts. You need to also make friends with people. You need to reach out to people. You need to care about people. You need to care enough about people, because now, when they think of you, oh, this person checked on me last week, oh, this person checked on me last week, they're able to also refer you to, big opportunities. Although in some rare cases, some people, if it's not like I'm a Christian, if God has not sent them to you, no matter how much you do, they just will pass, they'll pass you off, when it comes to opportunities. But you have to cultivate relationships. So when you focus on giving value, when you focus on, authenticity, when you focus on that long-term connection, guess what, guys? Networking becomes one of the most powerful tools for success, both in your business and in your life as well. So, guys, I also want to hear from you. If you're someone, have you been networking? How did how do you navigate? How do you meet new people every day? And if you struggle with, the fear of rejection, because you're afraid when you talk to this person they're going to reject you, or they will not give you audience, or they may not like you. Some people, I noticed in recent times that some people actually bother their heads with that. And one thing that has helped me is this: instead of bothering whether people like you or will they accept me, you don't need to bother your head about that. Once you get into a room, no matter how successful everybody is, or more successful you perceive them to be, always tell yourself nobody is better than you. Yes, you need to remind yourself nobody is better than you. And you are not better than anyone else, regardless of your position. Whether you find yourself in a more elevated position, or why? Because that position that you occupy right now, it doesn't define you. You can be down tomorrow, and that's why you should never ever let pride set in. Wherever you find it, and this is something I've always and always told myself like a long time ago. Wherever you find yourself, it's a privilege. You're coming from a place of privilege. I mean, that person that you could have been proud to, might have been in your position and you might have been in their position. And how would you have wanted that person to treat you if you were in that position? That's something that we all also constantly have to remind ourselves of every single day. Every time you find yourself in an advantageous position, always know, remind yourself you're only privileged to find yourself there. You're not better than the next person. So if you're someone that suffers from rejection, always remember that no one is better than you. Always tell yourself, once you understand that, then you don't battle with low self-esteem or start thinking, oh, they don't like me. You don't need anyone to like you. You have to be enough by yourself. You need to love yourself well enough to understand that it doesn't matter if no one likes you. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't reduce you. And I was telling somebody the other day that regardless of whatever it is you've encountered in the past or that you've gone through in the past, when you hold $100 bill, when you hold $100 note, the piece of should have brought $100 bill. When you hold a piece of $100 bill, and you squeeze it, meaning you've gone through things in life, you squeeze it and you stretch it and you bring it out. Does it still buy the things that it can buy? Yes, it does. Yes, it doesn't reduce in value. The fact that it's squeezed, it doesn't reduce in value. Even if you throw it in dirt, you quickly wash it, bring it out, it's still $100 bill. Let them check it under the mercury. It's still the same value. It's the same measure of value. So whenever you find yourself in a place, regardless of whatever it is that you've gone through in the past, never ever let low self-esteem rob you of your future. So never think anyone is better than you. No one is better than you, and you are not better than anyone else. And I hope that with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that you can actually network the right way and become the best version of yourself. If you need me to talk about any topic, of your choice, let me know in the comments, or you can send me an email, or you can let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to also talk about it next week. Till I see you in my next video, take care of yourselves and God bless you. Don't forget to like this video, don't forget to share this video, and don't forget to tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care, guys, and bye for now. Oh, Lord. Okay.